Hi, I'm Sharon Dooley, sports massage therapist and yoga teacher. I'm going to take you through some glute and leg strength and mobility work. Strength and mobility go hand in hand. If you don't have the strength within your muscles and tendons, then that is going to affect your mobility. But equally, if you're really, really stiff, that's then going to have an impact on how much strength you can employ. So the main focus throughout any kind of movement you're doing is imagine creating space through your joints and also the shapes you're making. It doesn't matter whether you're looking to be a professional elite level person. The shapes that you get your body to make will have an impact on your overall movement. So whether you want to get the best out of your sport or just go along and enjoy moving around, it's still important to really focus on the shapes you make. And what you'll find is over time, wherever you've started at, whatever shape you visualized, you'll get closer to it. So just because day one, you know, are near the shape, it's not the time to give up. Keep focusing on what you want your body to do. It knows the angles, it knows what muscles to employ to create certain shapes. So rather than really focusing in on, is this muscle firing, is that muscle firing? Keep focusing on the shape you want your body to make. It will naturally start to draw on the muscles that it needs to create those shapes. So we're going to start off on all fours and just get a sense that your hips are slightly, or knees are slightly behind your hips rather, and you're feeling equal pressure through your hands, knees and feet. And then just taking a moment to tune into your breathing, just noticing how it feels in your body to be breathing in and out. And then from there, pressing down through your fingers, which is going to help with your stability. Press down through your knee and your left foot, and then you're going to lift your right knee out to the right. Now, it's not about the height, it's about keeping your hips square. So you might only get to here and back again. You might get a little bit further. And you're going to be breathing out on the way up and breathing in on the way back down, and then changing sides. So you're doing the other leg. So the minute you start to feel that your hips are trying to twist, that's the time to bring your leg back down. And it can change from day to day depending on the positions that you've been in the day before. And then take your leg, maybe take your leg straight out to the side if you want to. It will increase the sensations up into your hip. So if it's really uncomfortable, obviously don't do it. And then maybe lifting and lowering again. There's going to be a slight movement onto the other side, but it shouldn't be too much. So once you've done one side, going on to the other side. And then from there, again, all fours, again, think in space. So rather than collapsing down into the floor, think of just gently pressing the floor away from you. So you're really creating space through your shoulders, through your hips. You're not putting too much pressure on all of those joints. You're gently lifting yourself away from the floor, which is going to involve engaging all the muscles in your torso as well as your arms and the leg. And then you're going to swing your right knee in towards your chin and then back behind you. So you're just really looking to stay hip level. And then changing onto the other side. from there, coming onto one side. Again, gently pressing down through your elbow, through your wrist and your hand. Start with your knees bent. And then you're going to reach one arm up towards the ceiling. Lift your hips up. Maybe stretch out your top leg. And then you're going to bend your knee in towards your chest, maybe. And then press out through your heel. And do that 3 more times. You can just stay in any, so you can be here, here, or bringing the knee in and then out again. And just focusing on your breathing while you're doing this. Lower down, come onto the other side. Just have hips square, shoulders square. Lift your hips up, reaching up through your top arm. Maybe straightening your top leg. And then maybe bending your knee in towards your chest, pressing back out through your heel. Bend your knee, lower down. And then you're going to come into a side plank. So again, just being aware that you're gently pressing your body up away from the floor rather than collapsing down into it. If your ankles are really knobbly, then you can take a cushion or a block and just resting into that, just so you're not, it will make it a little bit more or less stable, so it will make everything work a little bit harder, but it will avoid that bony feeling of one bone against another. And again, you can do the same, put little pads between your knees if you've got some tenderness there. So from here, you're just going to take your leg forward, touch the floor in front of you, and then bring it back behind you, and then maybe reaching forward with the opposite arm. Bring the leg forward, touch the floor in front of you. You can just bring the leg back and touch. And then last one, bringing the leg forward and back behind you. Swing over onto the other side. So bringing the leg forward, touch the floor in front of you and back again. And maybe reaching your arm forward. And then keeping onto your side, reaching out through your legs, straight out. Reach your arm up. So this is, if you're really unstable, keep hand down. But you have got the option to lift your arm up. Lift your legs straight up. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And then press out through your heel. You can stop at any point where you're not able to keep yourself stable. Then stay there. So that could just be, to start with, just lifting your legs and breathing for 3 or 4 breaths. You might find you can bring your knees in and then pressing out through your heels and back down. Come on to the other side. Choosing your option wisely. Lifting your legs, bring your knees in, press forward and back and out and down. Lift, knees in, pressing forward and back and out and down. Last one. From there, so from here, you're going to come forwards onto all fours. Tuck your toes under. Bring your hips back over your heels. Take the weight through your feet. Think of lengthening through the back of your body. Pressing down through your hands. Spinning the crease of your elbows forwards. And then gently lifting your knees, always thinking about length through the back of your body. And that might mean you don't get your legs all the way straight, that's fine. And then you're going to step your right leg in between your hands. Now it might mean that some of you might need to help it along. Flatten your back foot. Bring your hands up onto your thigh. And then gently bringing your body all the way up. And then the front knee, you want it over your second toe and behind or in line with the heel of the front foot. And then reaching out through your fingers. And you want to aim to get your shoulders roughly over your hips. And you're just going to take a couple of breaths here. And then gently swiveling round on your back foot into a high lunge position. Gently fold forwards, keeping length through your back. Step back into downward dog. And then step your left leg in between your hands. Bring your hands up onto your left knee, gently lengthening the body up and away. Flatten your back foot and then twisting round, fingers pointing out away from your shoulders, really thinking of creating space through your joints, checking that knee is over your second toe and in line with or behind your heel. On your next exhale, swiveling back round, lower down again, always thinking of keeping that length. Step back into downward dog. And then walk your feet into your hands. If your hands aren't touching the floor, just bend your knees until they do. And you can explore straightening one leg and then the other. And just allowing, so you're not holding anything, you're just allowing your body to be moving as you're breathing here. And then gently bending into your knees, slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. And that's just some ideas you can do with, it's going to involve some strength, but also require that mobility as you're moving through one shape to the other. And the key is just really keep a focus and your attention on your breathing, which will help your body to stay relaxed, as well as just building that awareness of being able to breathe and move. And breathing can help you to move more fluidly. So that's all for this week. Thank you for watching.